little butterfly, you're in the wrong place. There we go. I gotta cut that bird's mouth out too. I have to kind of guesstimate on this angle because we've done already cut everything off. Doesn't have to be perfect anyways. Talk about it, tight quarters. Okay, I need another board. So there's what we got, reinforcing that rafter to the building so it won't go anywhere. Got the blocking there, got our blocking over there, got a cicator right there, got a lot of screws, tap cons in the wall there. So this roof should not go anywhere. So we're gonna start cutting some sheathing, 73 1/4, and we're gonna go 4 feet up here, see how square it is, or not. Our flashing's being a pain in the butt right now. Yeah, it's gonna be fun dealing with that. 73 and about 3/4 there, so. Now I have to figure out which way it fits up there better. Yep, good deal. I'm gonna put one right here first. So you're just gonna do this, shove it in, and just kind of go up like that. It's gonna try to push you back. Ooh boy, this is where we get a little bit of a difference. What is it about when you can't see the floor? You don't feel like you're not as scared. Doesn't mean we're higher than we used to be. But as long as we don't see it, we're not that scared. But if you happen to notice how far up we are through the hole, you're like, whoa! I thought we did the hard side over there for another reason, but now it's gonna be fun. Don't know why I have a bump right there. Let's pop this up first. See if we can learn anything. You know what? Well, it doesn't look like that big a difference. I thought maybe the sheeting is a little different size. It might be. Yeah, it looks like it's a different size. Let's see here. It's supposed to be 1/2 inch. What's this say? Can't read it. Oh well. It will work. It's a little frustrating. Clearly not as thick. It was in the same pile. That's frustrating. tell you what, I can't wait to throw this tape measure out. It got bent, and it is nothing but a pain in the butt. Okay. We need to cut a kerf in though before we put our shingles on there. I don't want that brick dust getting all over the place. So if I put a 2x4 laying on here and I have an 1.5 inch offset on my saw, I could just run my saw right on my 2x4 and it should put it right where I want it. So let's mark the end here where we're going to stop. Probably need to just overlap just a hair. So we'll just go up to the center there. Okay. We're gonna set this saw at 5/8 of an inch. We will give that a shot. I don't want to go too deep, but we definitely want some flashing in there to keep the water running off the bricks. So we got this 1.5 inch, and then we have an 1.5 inch offset here on the saw. So that should put us about right where we want to be. So we're gonna run our saw just like this, and that should put our cut in the right spot. So we're gonna put some screws in this board just to keep it down flat because we don't want to go any higher than what we are already gonna be cutting at. And we got a little tar paper under there that might try to move us. Yep, 1.5 inches should do it. Is it good for your screws to be falling out of your saw? I wonder where that came out of. Yep. Oh, I know what I wanted to check. I want to make sure our saw was staying at the right depth. Yeah. Got to move our 2x4. Our depth varies a little bit as we go along here, and that's partially because of the different textures of the brick. It's also could be because I'm not keeping my saw against it real well. So before we move this 2x4, I'm going to run the saw across it one more time just to make sure we have a good cut. That's better. More consistent. Not bad, not bad. That's what we're going for right there. A little water shedding action. Oh shoot, this side I'm gonna have to actually start here. I have to have my saw the same direction. So we just have to hand grind the rest of this, which could be exciting because we got to figure out a way to not go too deep. I'm going to use my guard as kind of like my stop. If I stay perpendicular to the wall and I hit my stop, I should be deep enough. And if I follow that line, it should be straight enough. think we got it. Some of it's really shallow. Probably because the bricks are really all over the place. So let's set this up for us and just touch these up a little bit. Yeah, I think that's just about right. Okay, 2 more pieces to cut like that. This is where the fun begins. We can cut it around this line. That will be just perfect. Actually, it's the wrong side of the line. Yep, that's the wrong side of the line. Pretty sure. Let me read it again. Yeah, we want to cut basically down the center. We'll use this one as our cutting board. Yeah. All of it's just an educated guess, but I'm gonna go over top it with the shingles so that if the water gets past here, we're gonna caulk along here, but if it gets past there, then it's gonna come back this way and then just be on top of the tar paper instead of on the wood. But it reminds me, I need to get this tacked down before we get going too far. So we don't want this fighting us or keeping our shingles up. High enough for now. Oh, I'm gonna put a little caulk in there too. Keep it from actually getting past the nail. See that? And see what this does is this brings our pattern up farther up the wall, or up the roof. Those shingles at the top are only so big. So you can't have a big space that you need to fill in. Make sense?
Yeah.
And these will be covered up with our ridge cap. And we're probably not going to put a ridge vent on right now because none of the other peaks have ridge vents and we want them to match. And if we need to put one on, we can always come in later and put one on. We're going to start over here.
I guess it does match.
It does. It's just not, it's not architecture like the other one. The other stuff is like different colors mixed in like. So we're going to start with a starter strip, kind of the same way as the other. That gives our shingles something to stick to. So we're going to go right there. And we're going to make sure we stay the same distance on each side so it looks centered. There's our first shingle. And actually, I think we want to put a little bit of angle on this. That way you don't see any of this color, you know, that's not really supposed to be seen. Like that. Even it up. Put some nails in. I must have not did any roofing since the 3-tab days, because I don't remember ever having these break apart shingles. That's nice. Or maybe it's just been that long I forget. I don't do roughing very often. I need some more shingles. You can grab a couple long ones. Yeah, you'll be amazed how much it does actually fit in once it's done. It's usually a little bit noticeable, but it's kind of nice because it's your ridge. Kind of nice that it is offset a little bit than from the rest of it. One more piece.
Can you use the one that you cut?
Oh, good point. Yes, I can. That's all I need. And we will just probably put it right there. Actually, we might be able to slide it in there a little bit. Oh, perfect. We wouldn't really even have to nail it because it's stuck under there and it's gonna asphalt down, but we're gonna go ahead and put a couple nails in just because we like nails. All right, that's gonna do it for today. Got the shingles down, just cleaning up. Tomorrow, we're going to put the trim on that we cut out there in the bricks. Do some caulking on this side, maybe put some fascia board on the outside here, but we're getting really close.